Hi, shalom everyone. I'm going to continue the fantastic series, friends, on Masechet Zevachim on page number 83 of the daily page of Daf Yomi, making fantastic progress, friends, over here. I've been talking all about the Bet HaMikdash with regards to today's topic. Is a topic, obviously, we don't want to actually occur, but catching the mistakes. Obviously, in the temple, we don't want mistakes to occur in the first place, but we do want to catch it if a mistake does occur at one stage in time, because we've got to be aware that we need to fix it in itself correctly. And we learned at the beginning of the 8th parak of Masechet Zevachim not long ago the various responsibilities of the priests, the Kohanim, who are working inside the Bet HaMikdash would invariably lead to mistakes and confusion. We talked about mistakes happen quite commonly, and that happened in the Bet HaMikdash also, respectively. And there could be confusion on various occasions, and we actually learned this very much in page number 70, if you recollect. Now, having completed the examination of the laws regarding korbanot, sacrifices, that became mixed up with one another, we were talking all about taruvot, forbidden mixtures, let's just say, in of itself, or mixtures that can cause issues in of itself. The 9th perek now of Masechet Zevachim, which is actually commencing on today's page, respectively, focuses now on a different question. What should be done with invalid sacrifices that somehow make their way to the altar? That's what we're grappling with today. Now, we see from the passage in Sefer Shemot, I believe in chapter 29, verse number 37, it teaches that anything that touches the altar will become holy. Now, the rabbis, let's say, derive that animals that are appropriate for sacrifice will become fully sanctified if they are brought onto the altar, even if there is, let's say, a problem that would ordinarily cause them to become invalid with regards to as being sacrificed as a korban, they're concerned. But once they're elevated on the altar, they cannot be brought down over here at that point in time, and they will be sacrificed. There are two, let's say, somewhat surprising elements in this, the way we paskin over here, in the way we rule. First, that the invalid sacrifice is not removed from the altar, and secondly, that it is treated as an ordinary sacrifice once it's on the altar. Now, the first Mishnah in today's parak makes it very clear that the law does not apply to anything that is brought to the altar, only to animals that are appropriate for sacrifice, respectively. The source for this idea, actually we learn about Parshat Tzav, I believe in Sefer Vayikra, chapter number 6, verse number 2. It teaches that an olah, what's an olah? The burnt offering. It's one of the korbanot we spoke about many occasions before. It's brought on the altar, and the rabbis are going to derive that just as the olah on the altar can only be an animal that's worthy of the korban, the sacrifice, so too all other cases of sacrifice are limited to animals that are worthy of sacrifice. A very important imprint, let's just say, in of itself here in today's page. And as we're entering a new perek over here, we want to, obviously, a lesson in life should be that if God forbid a mistake is made, you need to catch the mistake straight away. Don't leave it to the next moment and say someone else will fix it, I'll fix it at a later stage. You could just see, just from the ideas of this specific page inside the Gemara, how important it is to detect the mistakes. We made it, we put our hands up, and we actually learn, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think it's in this week's parsha or next week's parsha, within regards to Yehuda, who makes a mistake, that he admits it straight away, and that brings kingship at the end to actually point that out in itself correctly. So this page of the Gemara very much mirrors the previous page also of the Gemara, and very, very interesting. So please watch over all the other previous videos we've recorded quite recently. I'm wishing you all a fantastic day, and thanks for watching. Thank you.